What's going on, everyone? Klep Napier for WeAreCritics.com, and today we are here talking with a very special guest. That's right. A lot of you may know him from the Netflix series Narcos. That's right. He starred as Gustavo, the primo to Pablo Escobar. But now we're here talking about Lionsgate's long gone heroes. That's right. Juan Pablo Raba. He's here with me today to talk about this action film, which stars Frank Grillo, Makai Pfeiffer, Andy Garcia, Josh Hutcherson, Eden Brolin is in this, Melissa Leo. He had some really cool things to talk about that happened on and offset, and here's what he had to say. Check it out. Did I say that
What's up,
last name
man?
right? How you
Yes, you
doing,
did,
man?
brother. You
I
actually
want to make
rolled
sure I
your
got
R's,
that.
man. You rolled your
Say
R's.
again?
That's good, man.
Oh man, thank you, thank you. So we're here to talk about this cool movie. Listen, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I am a Boys and Bullets kind of guy since the '80s. So when Long Gone Heroes came across the table, I had to watch it right away, and I'm so happy to talk with you today about your character Guapo. Talk to me a little bit about Guapo because I honestly feel like, and I made sure I went back and I looked at this because I don't remember seeing Guapo in that trailer. But then when I seen you pop in this movie, I'm like, he's like the coolest dude. I wish I had the nerves of Guapo because your introduction is insane. It's so insane, man.
Well, Guapo is on the trailer briefly. He just says two words: "Move, move." And I got to tell you something, man. 20 plus years of career. This is the coolest intro I have ever shot of a character. No
Yeah.
spoilers, but this is insane, right?
Yeah, dude, I was like unsure what's going on. I was like, wait a minute, what is he the villain? No, he's not even the villain. He's just so cool, man. Listen, I don't want to give away too much, but when you guys see Guapo pop up on the stage, I'm telling you right now, it's worth everything in this film. Talk to me
Thank you.
about talk to me about like how did this role come about for you?
Well, it was just pure serendipity, man. I happened to be I live in LA, my family, and we happened to move last year to Colombia for a film, and the film was just it was getting delayed because of financial stuff, go figure. And I just got a call from a friend, a producer, who says, "Hey, man, so we're in a bit of a pickle because there's these guys from the U.S. and they started filming this movie in Puerto Rico, Andy Garcia, Frank Grillo, and now they have to come to Colombia because of tax and blah, 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 blah. And there's this great character. He's a Venezuelan, like mercenary, used to be special ops. Like, would you be interested?" I'm like, "Who's the director?" He's like, "John Swab." I'm like, "Huh, let me check him out." So I checked John out. I'm like, and then I see that he kind of worked with the same people again. I'm like, man, this is the crew I want to hang with because these
Yeah.
guys, these guys know what's up, right? So when you're the big budget movies, they're fun and all, but there's always like just you have people on your neck all the time, and directors,
Yeah.
you can feel just the pressure. And on these kind of indies, it's not like it's small budget, but still an indie, right? So, you got all this freedom. It's a real collaboration between artists and people who share the same view and people who want to just have a good time on set. I'm like, I want to meet this dude, John Swab.
Hmm.
Said and done. Next day, I just told him, like, listen, I don't know the character, I don't know the story. I'm guessing, I'm going to feel comfortable in that skin, but I just want to talk to the guy. So we hopped on a call that night with John, and we just kicked off. And next week I was shooting in Colombia with all the people.
Yeah. And you talk about like this group of people, like you wanted to be a part of that. Like to me, I call this film extraction with an ensemble. That's what it feels like. And the collective of all of you really bring something to the table. Let's talk about that dynamic. And it's such a wide variety of characters. You got Josh Hutcherson, who a lot of people
Yeah,
have never seen in this kind of role, and then you got Frank Grillo in this as well.
yeah.
And then Bo Knapp is in this. Like, talk about what was that like on set? Like, how fun was that? Like,
Well, there's a deal. Making an indie,
yeah,
it's really, really the closest you'll ever be to making a family in a very
yeah,
short amount of time, right? Because basically, with a family, you share laughter, joy, and you share pain. Well, it's the same
hmm,
in a movie. Trust me. If it's a military movie, you have to multiply that by 10 because everybody knows it's going to be tough. Everybody knows the action takes time. You need patience. You need to be careful. People can get hurt, and just that extra factor, right? It just makes everybody bond together. And also the thing with the military is that even if they're mercenaries, there's something that really draws me to these characters and projects, and it's that at the end of the day, soldiers, mercenaries, whoever it is, they're not fighting for an ideology. They're not fighting for a flag. They're fighting for the brother on the left and the brother on the right. And simplifying that is so human, and it's so freakishly powerful that I just love playing these guys. And when you're on remote location, like, you have to hang out. It's not like if you want to hang out, you're going to go to set and you're going to see those cats in the hotel. You're going to see them in the restaurant. The cool thing for me is that I was in my country, not in my hometown, but in my country. So I get to play, the welcome party. I get to show him around. I get to, show him the ropes. This is the cool restaurant. This is, and I went with Eden Brolin, who's Josh Brolin's daughter. And she's cool as cool can get. Yeah. We went to the parks in the city, and we ate the national dishes. It's great. It just becomes, the deal is, after so much time doing this, I already stopped thinking that, that this project is it. This is the one. Dude, they changed so much. Sometimes, like, if you asked me when I was doing Narcos, I was like, oh my God, this is not gonna be good. And then boom, it happens, right? So you're like, all I really care is I just want a group with cool, kind-minded people, like-minded people that just want to do something great, but also kind of not die in the process.
Yeah. So my last question I want to ask you, because you mentioned, about the stunts and, people looking out for one another. There's a lot of extensive gunplay going on in here. How long did you guys spend on actual training for this film?
0.
Oh.
Well, here's the deal. I think we all come from a background. We all come from a background where we know what we're doing, right? Like, I did Navy 6 for the History Channel.
6, yeah.
I trained with former Navy SEALs, and the training was tough. So the most important thing you have to know with guns is muscle awareness, right? And trigger discipline. And that if you have good training, that everybody's gonna know what to do. So, and then the rest is, if you know how to move, if you know what to do, if you know what the codes are, but as I say, like, for me, it comes very natural. Frank, of course, he's done this his whole life. So it's just play, man.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed this film, and I know, like, you're there with Andy Garcia, Makai Pfeiffer, like the ensemble, the cast in this is phenomenal. You guys look like you had a blast. I enjoyed this film. Maybe there'll be a sequel in the future. Who knows? We can hope. We can hope. I want to thank you for talking. I want to thank you for talking with me, Juan. Listen, you guys, Long Gone Heroes. It's coming out day and date on September 20th, this Friday. Make sure you guys check it out, whether home or in the theater. Juan, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.